Welcome to your weekly General Aviation News Update. We have 3 stories for you this week. The first one is a big one. The FAA Reauthorization Bill has been announced. We also have an acting FAA administrator in charge now, and then we have NOTAM changes. Finally, let's get to it. Your first story this week is the FAA Reauthorization Bill. Now, if you're not familiar, every so many years, I think last one was 5 years ago, the FAA has to be reauthorized, and that happens in Congress. And then the paperwork basically tells the FAA what their goal is for the next 5 years. So this one is going to be until 2028. The legislation includes a bunch of interesting topics. In general aviation, we have an update on aircraft registration, a low-cost ADS-B, an update to airman certification standards, and then a large section on advanced air mobility, AAM. So we're still reading through all the document. It's quite a bit of information, but we'll have a video ready when the bill is becoming law. At this stage, there is still a potential for some changes. All right, your second story this week, we have a new acting FAA administrator. Her name is Polly Trottenberg. She was the deputy secretary, and then now she is the FAA administrator or acting administrator after Billy Nolan stepped down maybe a month ago. We talked about this in this news update. As expected, Billy Nolan joined Archer as their chief safety officer. In addition, there is no current nomination for the FAA administrator after the previous nominee stepped down. We also talked about that bit. I think it's about time that we have somebody nominated and put in place so we don't have to rely on an acting administrator, although it looks like the previous acting administrator did a pretty good job while there was nobody else in control. So we'll keep you updated if we see anything else from the FAA in terms of a new administrator, but let's hope it happens quickly, especially with this new Reauthorization Act. All right, and your final story this week is a bill that has been signed into law requiring updates to the NOTAM system. Can I get a hallelujah? Modernization of the NOTAMs is expected to be accomplished by mid-2025, and the new regulation requires an FAA task force that's going to meet and work on the modernization of this archaic system. I've been very critical of the NOTAM system for a very long time. The task force will include industry representative, a general aviation representative, and then will be responsible for reviewing the existing methods for publishing the NOTAMs, reviewing the standards, and then also evaluating and determining the best practices on NOTAM presentation, and then providing recommendation to improve the publication and the delivery of these NOTAMs. Now, I'm not sure at this stage if there will be an NPRM, Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, in this case, or if they're just going to make the changes. But here's hoping that the new system is simpler, easier to use, and then leads to people actually reading the NOTAMs and wanting to read the NOTAMs instead of what we have right now. So that's it. I hope you have a great weekend. Always like and subscribe, and we will see you next week.
I got it.
Like a pro.